This is the dawn of a new era in British karting. Over 550 drivers in 12 classes competing for victory over 18 race weekends. This is the Motorsport UK British Kart Championships. It's a new venue that greets the Rotax classes for the British Kart Championships finale, Forest Edge Kart Club. And that's not the only first. This weekend sees the first ever Micromax race in Great Britain, and Rotax's Stephen Chapman is on hand to witness this historic occasion.
At this race we have the Micromax here, which is the young kids, which is the foundation for the sport. And we have an event at the end of every year which is called the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals, and we have tickets available for actually all the classes here. And this is the first time that we've been able to offer a ticket for the Micromax kids. This is a fantastic opportunity for these kids. It really is a true world-class event where the drivers turn up, they get everything provided. The race entry, the kart, the tyres, the fuel. They only have to turn up and enjoy a fantastic event where they can compete.
The drivers come out of Winges and they are ready for racing. Taylor Origin, Ewan Sharman at the front from Macaulay Bishop and Max Salarski. Then Ollie Wise and Connor Duncan from Henry Jocelyn and Kenneth Gordle. Hugh Moulton, Leo Purchase, Mason Bishop, Noah Wolf, Freddie Hull, Dalton Hayward. Then Scott Marsh, Colin Wasney and Dan Moore. The first ever British Micromax final is set to be incredibly exciting. And they all want to be on the top 3 steps of the podium after this one. Is it going to be a clean start straight away? You bet ya! Away we go. And it's a cracking red away from Taylor Orridge. He gets into the first corner first as Macaulay Bishop puts 2 wheels onto the grass, but the rest of the field gets through. And there's an incident further back. Somebody's had a spin. Can't quite make out who it is from this distance, but the rest of the field work their way through. A really exciting battle down to Winges for the first time, and it looks like a great move there from Macaulay Bishop up the inside. It's Mason Bishop, Macaulay's younger brother, who had the spin on the first lap. So now he's charging his way through to the bus stop. And as they come out of that right, left, right sequence, they will now head their way up to midgets on this first lap. And Taylor Orridge has got a brilliant opportunity here to lead out in front. Who's that in second place, having made a good start? That looks like Max Salarski, but he's going to lose out now as up the inside comes Connor Duncan. So Connor Duncan gets through into P2. Max Salarski in third position. 4th place for Ewan Sharman and 5th place for Macaulay Bishop. So some really exciting battles for the drivers. And here comes Ewan Sharman, going to make the move on the inside of Max Salarski out of turn 2. Lovely overtake there from Ewan Sharman. So some really exciting battles. But now Max Salarski in 4th position has got pressure again from Macaulay Bishop this time. So the race is going to be absolutely nail-biting to the last. They come through. And in front still Taylor Orridge from Connor Duncan and Ewan Sharman across the line. And it's going to be wheel to wheel as Macaulay Bishop goes racing with Max Salarski. Bishop holds his nerve on the inside line. He gets through, and in 6th position that is Ollie Wise trying to make up a place or two. Leo Purchase there in 7th place trying to beat his way up the order as well. And then the 46 comes next. That is Kenneth Gordle from Hugh Moulton and Freddie Hull. Noah Wolf, Henry Jocelyn, Colin Wasney from Marsh, Hayward, Amore and Mason Bishop. Into the bus stop. Brilliant racing, great racecraft so far, and the racing is just going to continue to be as strong and as solid as it is from here on out. Some truly amazing racecraft at the front 3. It's Orridge, Duncan and Sharman. These 3 have been arguably the 3 fastest drivers in Micromax this weekend, and now they will battle for the top spot. So Taylor Orridge battling away with Connor Duncan and Ewan Sharman as they race through. Macaulay Bishop up in a 4th position. 5th and 6th are Max Salarski and Leo Purchase, and those 2 are going to have a terrific squabble. Up to the lead, Orridge is still trying to protect Connor Duncan, but Duncan's going to go for the move, down into Winges, and he will get there, and Ewan Sharman slots himself at a 2nd place. Brilliant move. So Duncan into the lead, Sharman into 2nd, and in 3rd place Taylor Orridge has now got to sit and wait for his next opportunity with Macaulay Bishop closing in. Next up, It is the battle between Leo Purchase and Max Salarski. Those two are battling for 5th position, with Purchase having got through past the Polish star. And then 7th is Ollie Wise in front of Hugh Moulton. Freddie Hull is 9th from Kenny Caldwell. So the top 4 are together. Macaulay Bishop having closed in on the leading trio. And a very protective Connor Duncan going after Ewan Charman into the first couple of corners of the race. Is there going to be enough of an opportunity here to protect his race line? Charman trying to protect in front of Connor Duncan. 3rd place for the 69 of Orange, then Macaulay Bishop in 4th place. 71 is in the mix, of course, there as well. That is Leo Purchase. Max Salarski trying to fend off 6th place from Ollie Wise. But Ollie Wise has got through already, and now Salarski's got problems of his own, trying to keep back Hugh Moulton, who is really starting to step up the attack for the BKC Racing squad. And there's a move up the inside line. That is Connor Duncan to the lead. Past Charman. Charman down to 3rd, make that 4th. As through goes Orange, through goes Macaulay Bishop into the top 3. So a sensational start to proceedings. And as they come through, no major concerns for the drivers up in the top 4. They are racing hard. Leo Purchase is there in 5th position as he battles away for supremacy out of the final couple of corners of the first sector, and then down the drop up towards Winges, turn 5 in the right-hander. Back on the straight and narrow again, up the climb. It's a bit of a crest to negotiate, but now Macaulay Bishop, having fought his way past Ewan Charman into 3rd place, has got to try and make up some of the deficit to Duncan and Taylor Orridge, who have started to stretch away. So Connor Duncan leading the race, Taylor Orridge in 2nd position in front of Bishop, Charman and Purchase. Oh, mistake from Max Salarski further back. That's going to give Ollie Wise a greater run. That's a real shame for Max Salarski. He's been very strong, and now up the inside, a big lunge from Freddie Hull. He gets through, and that's got him past Hugh Moulton. So Freddie Hull is now up into 8th position. A good bit of overtaking there, but Moulton's going to ignore his request to work with him, and he's going to dive back up the inside. So Moulton and Hull are now battling over 8th position, and they are swapping positions nearly every time they go near each other. So Connor Duncan still in front of Taylor Orridge, with Macaulay Bishop there in 3rd position. So they continue their squabble up front. Ewan Charman is still there in 4th place. He's not given up on the victory, and up the inside of him goes Leo Purchase. Purchase through into 4th place. So he takes the lead in that particular battle, but he's still not quite at the podium yet. Taylor Orridge trying to squeeze past Connor Duncan. Duncan defends to the inside line, and that's enough to hold the lead as they go into lap number 8. So Duncan in front of Orridge, Bishop, Purchase, Charman, Wise, Salarski, and then of course it is Moulton from Hull, Wajney and Jocelyn, Cordell, Marsh, Hayward, and then Wolf, Amor and Mason Bishop trying to come back. But out in front, Macaulay Bishop is really trying to gain ground on Connor Duncan and Taylor Orridge into the bus stop. He's caught them up. Is there a chance for Macaulay Bishop to go to the top step? He's going to try and make a lunge on the inside. Absolutely majestic opportunity on the inside of Orridge, and he's there. 2nd place for Macaulay Bishop. He's really got his sleeves rolled up. So Macaulay Bishop up the inside of Taylor Orridge and takes 2nd position. And now there's only one more man to pass, Connor Duncan. But Taylor Orridge will want to get back past Macaulay Bishop as soon as he possibly can. Leo Purchase is right in there in 4th place as well. He'll want to get onto the podium here this weekend. So they come out of the chicane, down the drop, up towards Winges, into the right-hander. And Macaulay Bishop has got great one-lap speed here. He is the leading IARMY cadet rookie in the 2019 campaign, but here in Micromax, his first weekend, his first time ever with the Micromax engine, and he is proving just how talented he is. He's up there battling with Connor Duncan for the victory in this race. So can he get through? Purchase was up to 2nd place momentarily, according to the timing screen in front of me. 4th position is now where he lies, but Bishop is there battling away with Orridge behind him, and Purchase is in the mix there as well in 4th place. So a really exciting run for Connor Duncan in the lead. Bishop in 2nd place. Then it is Orridge from Purchase. Next up is the 56. That is Ollie Wise in front of Ewan Charman, down in 6th position now. So problems for Ewan Charman. He's not quite been able to keep up with the leading 5 at this phase of the race. But Bishop and Orridge have still got a bit of a task to close up on Connor Duncan up front. So there is a very long way to go still in this battle. 7 minutes and 19 still left on the clock. A great race this has been so far in Micromax, the first ever British Micromax final, and what a race it is turning out to be. Connor Duncan. In front of Macaulay Bishop, Taylor Orridge, Leo Purchase. And then in fifth, it is Ollie Wise from Ewan Sharman. Max Salarski is next up. He is battling away with Moulton, and Moulton is through. Hugh Moulton gets through into 7th place on Max Salarski. Freddie Hull makes the move, as does Henry Jocelyn on Colin Wasney. So the top 4 are very close together. And the battle still raging up at the sharp end of the field. So far, so good for the leading 3. Connor Duncan in front of Taylor Orridge and Macaulay Bishop now. Macaulay Bishop is there in 2nd position, my apologies. Orridge there in 3rd, whoops. Goes a little bit wide. And here goes Bishop, making his nudge for the lead. And he gets there on Connor Duncan. Macaulay Bishop leads here at Forest Edge. But Connor Duncan's going to go straight back on the inside and retakes the lead. Brilliant from Duncan. So Bishop takes the lead, but a corner later, Connor Duncan gets it back. And now there is an absolute fierce squabble for the lead now. 5 carts, potentially 6 if Charman can stay with them. But it's Duncan, Bishop, Orridge, Purges and Wise. What a race this is now. Duncan defending and swarming around, trying to stop Bishop coming through. 3rd place for Orridge, 4th is Purges, 5th is Wise. And then Ewan Charman there in 6th place. Great battles further back as well, but the leading battle is hard to take your eyes away from. Macaulay Bishop will have another lunge, surely at Connor Duncan. Duncan defends to the inside line, moves to cover. Purchase goes up the inside of Orridge. Can he hold it? No. Bishop's going to try and get side by side with Duncan. Duncan holds him at bay. Terrific racing, and we've still got 5.5 minutes of this. Connor Duncan battling with Macaulay Bishop for the victory. Orridge in 3rd, Purchase is 4th, Wise is 5th, and Ewan Sharman is 6th. Then Salarski and Moulton. And then it is Jocelyn, Wasney, Hull, Marsh, Caudle, Wolf, Amore, Hayward and Bishop. So Macaulay Bishop trying to battle away with Taylor Orridge and Connor Duncan up front. He holds 2nd place as they go into Winches. Back on the power, up the crest. Still a great battle in the offing here. Bishop just about hanging on in front of Orridge into the braking zone for the bus stop. That's given him a bit of a break. Duncan will want to defend the inside line. Can Bishop dive for it? Yes, he does, and he goes for the lead and takes it. Purchase gets into 3rd place further back as well. So Purchase into 3rd. Now Bishop defending from Duncan, making him go the long way round. And Purchase may get a chance here on Connor Duncan. So Macaulay Bishop leads at the end of the lap after a brilliant bit of racecraft. Connor Duncan is given a warning. Meanwhile, he goes for the inside line and he gets back into the lead. Now Macaulay Bishop trying to go right round the outside to hold the line, but Duncan's got the lead back. 3rd place is now Leo Purchase, and Purchase is going to dive up the inside of Macaulay Bishop, but Bishop will not let him get through. So Duncan leads, Bishop, Purchase. Wise is up to 4th place now, past Orridge and Duncan. Orridge and Charman, I should say, because it's Duncan who leads the race. Macaulay Bishop in 2nd place. Duncan defends. Purchase has got an opportunity here. Bishop will not let him get there. Duncan holding the inside line. He waves to Bishop. Come on, let's get away from these guys we're battling with. Not on your life, mate, says Macaulay Bishop. I want the victory. And with 4 minutes to go, they are pushing it. Duncan, Bishop, Purchase, side by side. Wise is going to try and hold off Orridge, but Orridge goes round the outside and takes 4th place away from Ollie Wise. Brilliant bit of racecraft from Orridge. Into 4th place he goes on the Tony Kart chassis, and now charging down the drop to Winges. Duncan still in front of Bishop and Purchase. And it looks as though we've had enough for the 46. That is Kenneth Caudle, the Trinidadian. Unfortunately, down the order now. A big problem for Ken. Hopefully he'll be back in 2020 to showcase what he can do in a full season campaign in the British Car Championships. So now we're going to see this battle up at the front once again as Connor Duncan again hustled by Macaulay Bishop and Leo Purchase. A great battle behind for 4th as Orridge hangs on in front of Ollie Wise and Ewan Sharman. Wise gets a little bit wide. Sharman might get an opportunity in the turn 2. He dives for a look on the inside line, but he's not going to get there. He doesn't want to risk it too much at this point. It's 2 trios at the moment. Duncan, Bishop and Purchase, and then Orridge, Wise and Sharman. And then behind we've got Salarski battling with Moulton, and the 31 is in there, Colin Wasney battling with Henry Jocelyn. So some great racing. Every single position is up for grabs here. The dicing is absolutely magnetic now as Purchase gets in a 2nd. He gets past Macaulay Bishop. So Purchase in a P2. Leo Purchase now is going to set off after Connor Duncan. But if he's wise, he'll let Macaulay Bishop work with him and they'll catch him twice as fast. So Leo Purchase in 2nd position now, trying to gain ground on the man up front, Connor Duncan. They both really want to win. So Leo Purchase is closing up on the number 12 of Connor Duncan. but Duncan still holds the lead. The Scotsman doing an amazing job here. So this is going to be a really exciting run. Salarski having a great battle further back as well with Moulton, Jocelyn and the 31 in there of Colin Wasney. So the two poles are in together. Macaulay Bishop still there with Leo Burgess. Connor Duncan is trying to escape and get away with 2 minutes to go. He's got a great chance of winning the first ever Micromax final in the United Kingdom. Down the short stretch into the right-hander. Before the end of this lap, the left-hand hairpin, very tight, very careful. They've got to be all the way through to the end of this race. But there might be a big lunge in the final bend, and we'll see an absolutely heroic end to the race here. Less than a minute and a half to go as they cross the line. And Connor Duncan goes into lap 18 in front of Purchase and Macaulay Bishop. Then it is Orridge, Wise, Charman. And we've got a great battle further back as Moulton is having a great dice with the 15 of Scott Marsh for the Dan Holland Racing team. And Marsh is going to have another crack up the inside, can't quite make it stick. So the leaders up front, still wrestling with the elements here. Very hot, very tough, very close and competitive, but the three leaders have broken clear of Taylor Orridge, Ollie Wise and Ewan Charman. They are safe and sound in 4th, 5th and 6th for the moment, but they are in the box seat if anything should kick off up front. And we are about to go into the penultimate lap of the weekend for Micromax. Duncan, Purchase and Bishop dueling away for position into turn 2. A good run so far from Purchase to gain ground on Connor Duncan. He looks really hungry here into the left-hand square and then down the drop towards Winges. This is going to be it. Here we go. Connor Duncan knows that he's going to be on him. Purchase is going to defend to his line at the same time as attacking Duncan. He's got to defend Bishop. Bishop is going to be there. Connor Duncan defends to the inside of the bus stop. There's still time to make the move, and he knows it. Bishop is right there in 3rd position as well. They go up towards Midgets. Duncan holds the inside line. Purchase is going to be absolutely resolute to get through and diving for the inside line. Purchase is going to go right round the outside, and he's going to get the lead. Purchase leads on the penultimate lap. What a drive back from Leo Purchase into the last lap. And Leo Purchase for BKC Racing looks like he's going to get a brilliant victory, but there's still 1 lap to go. And Connor Duncan and Macaulay Bishop are not going to take this line down. Connor Duncan's going to go for Leo Purchase here. Purchase defending to the inside line. Duncan trying to get there, doing everything he can. Macaulay Bishop cuts through on the inside line and gets in a 2nd place. Now he's charging after Purchase, and Duncan loses out to Taylor Orridge on the run to the bus stop. So now it's going to be Bishop versus Purchase. Purchase in the lead, but Bishop is right there with him. Purchase defends the inside line. Here comes Macaulay Bishop. Orridge round the outside of Duncan, and cutting through comes Ollie Wise to 4. Bishop's going to try up on the inside, and he leads with 2 corners to go. He's taken it into the final bend, and Macaulay Bishop wins it. Absolutely brilliant. What a race in Micromax. And Macaulay Bishop wins the race, and he's going through to the Rotax Grand Finals. What an amazing moment for Macaulay Bishop. Absolutely stunning race. The first ever Micromax British final is going to go down in history. What an amazing battle. Macaulay Bishop wins it from Leo Purchase and Ollie Wise. Taylor Orridge is 4th from Connor Duncan and Ewan Charman. Colin Wasney in 7th from Max Salarski. Henry Jocelyn and Hugh Moulton. And then Freddie Holt, Scott Marsh, Dana Moore, Noah Wolfe, Dalton Hayward and Mason Bishop, with only Kenneth Cordell retiring after his mechanical problems. But what a race, and Macaulay Bishop will not only get an invite to the B&L finals, as will Leo Purchase and Ollie Wise, but also to the Rotax Grand Final goes Macaulay Bishop. Absolutely amazing.
So it's Macaulay Bishop, Ollie Wise and Taylor Orridge who are set to represent their country at the season finale of the B&L karting series in Belgium and earn a free Micromax engine for 2020. Plus, Bishop will represent Great Britain at the Rotax Grand Finals at Sarno in Italy. Not bad for a weekend's work.
I tricked Leo by signalling him to push. He left the door open and I went straight for the gap and then defended the last corner very well so he couldn't get out the inside. We overtook the into 3rd, 4th and 3rd, and on the last lap he left the door open and I just stopped the inside the last corner. But then we tried to get to the front part and Connor Duncan. He was defending and I was like, come on, because I really wanted to catch the front group.